Hey, what's up guys? I'm Frooshy and this is my Striker Sycraia guide. Hope you enjoy. So Sycraia is one of my favorite spots right now. It has one of the highest money making potentials in the entire game and also one of the most consistent money makers out right now. Alright, so which one's better? Awakening or Succession? In my opinion, I think Succession just takes the cake all around. It does more damage, tankier, flows better, you get more trash per hour. Strikers are expected to get anywhere between 4.5k to 5k trash an hour to 69 Kudum. And the other classes that really keep up with that are Sork and Witch. Alright, so make sure you actually have 5 of these key pieces. They're called Fragments of the Deep Sea. You combine these into the actual key that lets you into the Underwater Abyss. In a little bit, I'm going to show that I don't have them and I need to waste 5 maids to do so, but you can just do it easily by preparing beforehand. Alright, there's actually a couple ways to get here. One of the ways being you can tag together 2 characters. I chose my Mayo in this instance. It could be any character really. Just make sure you have a couple maps on her to be able to take the teleport on over to Ilia Island. There's also another way to go here, and it's via the griffin that you see on the screen right here. It shows up in Velia for about 5 minutes at a time, leaves, and then takes a couple minutes to get back. And it's a pretty nifty way to get yourself over to Ilia. But we're just going to be using the map for this example. And we've arrived. It was that easy. Now, when you get here, you want to just go straight up the stairs and start circling around. And you don't actually see the griffin that was supposed to arrive is taking off. And then the next griffin will replace in a couple minutes. From here, you just swap back to your main character and just head over to the back side of the island. So once you actually get here to the back of the island, just swim on over. You don't even need a shark costume, just start swimming and eventually you'll get there. Alright, so here where it says Sycraia Underwater Ruins on your minimap, you're going to pull up the escape menu, and you're going to hit escape, and it should spawn you right in front of the vendors for the 230 AP Sycraia zone. There's not much over here besides a weekly quest turn-in and the door to the 280 zone. However, if there's no keys in the marketplace, you could farm keys up here. But right now we're headed over to the weekly quest area. It's this tower right in front of me. And over here, you take the ancient creature scales that you can either buy off the marketplace or farm. And you take 5 of them, you put them into a plus shape, and you can turn it in. This spawns a boss called Sycraia. It's not worth doing him. Just take the 2 bundles and go. The bundles contain anything between red shards, BMCs, or memory fragments. But right here, we're heading up the stairs to the portal into Sycraia. And over here, I actually forgot my keys, so I had to use 5 maids to get them. And you're in Sycraia. Now, this is the portal room spawn. From here, we're going to take a left and just go straight. I'm going to take another left right here, and we're actually entering main rotation right here. From here, you're going to jump down and hopefully not get stuck like I did. Kind of spooky. Continuing on our way, we're going to take a right over here. And we're going to enter where the vendor resides. This is the main hub. This is where everybody AFKs. You can put your tent down. This vendor gives quests. He lets you repair your gear. You can sell items to him, buy potions. The only thing you can't do is get a villa from him, so a tent is required here. But from here, I'm actually going to show you the other entrance. I'm running towards it, and from this entrance, we're actually heading over to statue rotation. So statue rotation is my second favorite rotation. It is a very big rotation, and you end up getting less trash per hour here, but there's more opportunities for rare drops, and it's overall just a lot more chill than main would be. Also, aesthetic wise, it looks way better. And it's often not really contested. Every so often you'll find the person here, but for the most part it's pretty uncontested. So right here is the other portal. This is one of the two portals in this location, and when you spawn here you just take a right and it'll lead you over to statue rotation, and from there you just take a right up to where the bridge is and you're on your way back to main. So I'm actually just gonna like hop down really quick and show you the rotation that's directly beneath us. Now in front of us is the vendor, but you can actually just go straight from there into this rotation, which is a side rotation. This side rotation still pulls pretty good trash. It's a bit smaller than main and a bit smaller than statue, but it's nice and cozy, so I like it. Alright, so the biggest reason why I tell you to bring a tag character here alongside your main is so that once you're done grinding, you can just swap to your tag character, head on over to the any mob really, and just get yourself killed to them. This lets you not waste a tier, not lose any crystals or lose any XP on your main character, and gives you a quick port back to Ilya Island if you spawn town. From there you can just map back to Velia, or you can take the Griffin, whichever one you really please. And now for drops. The drop table in Sycraia is pretty varied. For high tier loot, you get red shards, Tungrad rings, Caphras, and Caphras dust. Basic loot consists of black shards, weapon and armor stones, and abyssal essence, which in turn turns into frenzy elixirs. The kind of meh tier loot, at least once you get 5 of them, are definitely secret songs. And then this place has 4 different BMCs that drop. Now for recommended gear, most people would suggest 269 Gudum with 331 or more DP. I'm actually going to go a little bit lower than that. 265 DP with 324 DP. It's pretty respectable around here. You got to be a little bit careful, but you can still grind and make good money. Striker Succession Kit gives them a lot of wiggle room when it comes to being all the grind spots that are that do this much damage. His Echo skills give them a 15% evasion and 15 DP buff every time they're casted, which definitely helps a lot when it comes to tanking mobs, as well as frenzy elixirs will keep you alive as long as they're on. Now for add-ons, you want to prioritize monster API on Roaring Tiger, crit chance on Skull Crusher, and monster AP and accuracy on Rampaging Predator. For Crimson Fang, you want to get the monster damage. And defense on Roaring Tiger definitely helps a lot if you have low DP or evasion. Everything else past that point is pretty much your preference. Now finally for the skill rotation. Now this rotation was actually given to me by a player named Gloomer. Gloomer's an amazing striker who pulls some really high numbers here. And he's even given me a clip to post after this of him grinding one rotation around main. Alright, for skills for movement, Striker uses Flash Step, and then he uses Flash Step into Rage Hammer to leap towards targets, as well as Mass Destruction for repositioning himself. Now for buffing, Striker uses his skill Crouching Wolf, and at 30 shards they all get consumed and give him a buff called Prey Hunt. These two skills also serve for pulling and aggroing mobs. You also have your E-buff and your Rage Absorption. The full combo goes something like Crimson Fang into Flow Death Strike, into Flow Bombardment, Venom Fang, Final Blow, Roaring Tiger, Skull Crusher, Flash Step or Backstep to get behind the mobs, Adamantine, Ankle Hook, Martial Diva, Rampaging Predator, Hidden Claw, into Flow Savage Fang, and Roaring Tiger. For buffs, I would run Simple Cron Meals or Exquisite Cron Meals. Simple if you are taking too much damage or want some EXP. Otherwise, I would run Exquisites. Also running a Frenzy Draft, Villa Body Enhancement, and Spirit Perfume Elixir. The Perfume Elixir is because Frenzies don't give you the crit that you need, and they also help you regenerate your willpower over time. Now this is Gloomer's clip that he sent me of him doing main rotation. Right now at 269 Kudum, he gets around 5 to maybe 5.1k on like his best hour. But consistently he can pull around 4.9k, which is quite a bit of money in just trash loot. His pulls are actually much cleaner than mine. And he doesn't do the Flash Step into Rage Hammer like I do. I mainly do it for myself because I just like the way it looks. But this rotation has potential to hit upwards of 6k before capping. Probably even more than that. And on a good hour, you'll definitely be getting some really good drops here. This rotation is the most contested out of any of them, simply because it gives the most trash. So as I mentioned previously, this is my second favorite rotation. Statue rotation is really good for getting rare drops, at least based off of my experience. However, it's not that good for getting trash and BMCs. BMCs, sometimes you'll have a really hot hour, sometimes you'll have a really cold hour. It's kind of weird. But for trash loot, I average around 4.1 to 4.4k depending on the hour. But this is where I go if I just don't want to do main, or if main's taken. I just chill here and grind away. Now the big crab dudes, you want to avoid when they pick up a rock and try to throw it at you. That will knock you down and do quite a bit of damage. As well as the big snail looking mobs, you want to avoid their spin. These guys hurt the most out of every mob here. As for towers, the towers that look like they have 3 heads, you want to stay behind at all times. These towers, if they hit you, they will slow you. And the only real way to avoid getting slowed is to stay behind them or block all their hits. So this is the rotation I go to if both of these are taken. This is a much smaller rotation. It's actually easier to overclear it as well. But it's relatively low traffic and I almost never see anybody here. Ironically, this is also probably one of my best rotations in terms of rare drops. At least for me, it's my lucky rotation. This pull's kind of tricky. You want to avoid the slow tower. If you get too close, it'll start shooting at you. And over here, I actually end up getting hit by it, and my speed slowed down quite a bit. But this place is my lucky rotation, and I actually ended up getting a red shard here during the time I was grinding for this clip, which is kind of weird since I wasn't even on loot scroll and I've been kind of dry for like the last few days. So that was a bit of good fortune. This rotation is also pretty friendly for lower AP. I'd say 265 Kudum, you'd have a pretty good time here. 269, you'd start slightly over clearing it, and past that, I wouldn't recommend being in this rotation. Rather just finding something else. But overall, it's pretty solid. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and found it informative. This is my first time really doing this, so if you have any feedback, please let me know. I plan on making more guides in the future. If you enjoyed, please give it a like and a sub. I also stream on Twitch, so if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to stop by. All links are down in the description below.